Hey guys, happy Monday. Thank you for joining me. So I had every intention to record this Facebook Live on Thanksgiving, and then my internet wasn't working and things got away from me, and so I probably should have just planned to wait anyways. So I'm gonna do 2 Facebook Lives today, or not today, this week. So one today, Monday, and then again on Thursday. But bear with me because my tripod isn't working, so I'm actually holding it here with my hand so the phone doesn't fall down. So hopefully it's not like shaking too bad here. But if anyone has a wonderful idea or a good tripod, I would love to know what that is, because I seem to have like the worst time and they never quite work right. This is like my 3rd one. So anyways, with that being said, let's get to the whole point of this. So anyways, I know that bringing home a new baby definitely brings up a lot of anxieties for parents sometimes, especially when others have expectations of how things are going to go, like wanting to maybe be in the delivery room with you or at the birth, or wanting to come over and visit as soon as the baby's born, or maybe saying, oh, we'll wait until you guys get settled, and you're really wanting them to be there. Sometimes, I've heard both ways. So today I want to talk about the unique challenges that come up with expecting or bringing home a new baby during the holidays. So this can definitely be, doubly stressful because there's a lot of other stressors with the holidays for many people, and waiting on the arrival of a new baby or bringing home a new baby during the holiday chaos is definitely, can definitely be even more crazy making. So these are some of the common things I hear people tell me all the time. That their common stressors are, like, they're stressed about having family at their home during the holidays with the new baby. They're stressed about not knowing for sure when the baby will arrive, and so then not really being able to plan things out very well. Especially for us that like to have a schedule or like to know what to expect. They worry about people wanting to come visit the baby, and they're not really wanting to host people or a bunch of people at their home, or they're not wanting to leave the house, and they're worried about, colds and illnesses and stuff like that, and just not wanting to expose their baby to those things. And then they're also stressed about when they have a relative that they think they can count on, and then that person gets sick and they're not available to them. And then they're not, then that help that they had, that they can't bank on that. So it's definitely stressful. So all of these worries are very understandable. But I have 2 things to say about them. The first is, remember, this is your baby, and your baby's only brand new one time, right? And they will only have their first Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever it is that you celebrate once. And I say this to give you the confidence that you need to stand up for exactly what you want for your child, for your family. So the second thing I have to say is, in spite of that, remind yourself that there's going to be many more holidays. There's going to be to come, and things do not have to be perfect right now. They do not have to be a certain way. And the truth is, there's going to be a lot that is out of your hands, and that I hope this will inspire you to be flexible. So that's funny, right? Like total contradictions, saying you only get this once, and there's going to be plenty of other holidays. So in one breath, it sounds crazy. But motherhood and parenthood is full of paradoxes. And I think that being able to hold 2 of the contradictions simultaneously kind of helps us expand our heart. And it's how we're able to love even more. So one of the many gifts I've found with motherhood is that opportunity to learn conviction and surrender and divisiveness and flexibility. So the paradoxes of parenthood. So what are some, so I'm gonna not just say these things and not give you guys some pragmatic ways to kind of help cope with these, with bringing a baby home during the holidays. So these are some ideas I've asked around, and people shared with me some of their tips, and these are things I've talked about with my couples and my moms in sessions. But the number 1 tip is have a backup plan. Maybe you have a backup helper or 2. Maybe you have, food delivery, housekeeping, yard work, or whatever other services you need lined up in advance. Maybe you hire a mother's helper. for a couple hours one afternoon. You can always post an ad like on nextdoor.com and see if you don't know any of your neighbors immediately. Number 2, determine the areas where you'll need the most help and where you can make do. So I have a new postpartum planning workbook, and it walks you through exactly how you can kind of help look for that. Number 3 is determine what you can take off your plate ahead of time. You guys eliminate the things that aren't important. And sometimes, and I've found this personally, but also professionally, like sometimes it's when the baby finally gets here that we realize the things that aren't important anymore. And then we'll finally take those off the list because we're like, oh, what do we really want to, how do we really want to be spending our time? And number 4 is come up with creative ways to incorporate maybe some holiday festivity with the things that you need help with. Like maybe you do like a 12 days of dishes, like if you need help prepping some meals, and you have people sign up for the different meals ahead of time. Maybe if you need help with cleaning or a holiday party prep, maybe you, instead of like a typical baby shower, maybe you do a meal prep shower where people come together and help you fill up your freezer with different meals. If you're needing extra time with a girlfriend or something, maybe you call them over and have them come and bring, maybe they're filling out their Christmas cards and you help them do that while you sit and chat with the baby, or they hold the baby and you help address their cards for them, or maybe they bring over their laundry and they do their laundry while you get a shower, and so you're both helping each other out. And then number 5 is obviously do any holiday shopping online. Guys, that needs no explanation, right? So if you are expecting a baby this month or in December or maybe even in the new year, guys, I hope you check out my new postpartum planning workbook. I've packed it with as much value as I could. It's some worksheets that I've used with couples for years now, in both my sessions and in our planning workshop. That was weird. Our Mine, Yours, Ours Relationship Survival Guide to Baby's First Year workshop. And I've also added some new ones in there too. So I hope you guys will check that out. I'll put a link there below. And then also if you're local here in Sacramento, we have our next workshop is coming up on January 11th, I think on Friday the 11th, that I co-facilitate with my husband for new and expecting parents. So I'll put that link down below too. We still have some opening and spaces for that. So I hope you guys check that out. And if you do get the workbook, there is a code in there for a discount for one of our workshops or a private postpartum planning session. So I hope you guys have a great Monday. I will see you on Thursday for my next Facebook Live, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.